You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I have got your early edition spoilers for February 17th through the 21st. Brady is alarmed and Arnold makes a huge blunder. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please click that subscribe button. And as we always do on early edition day, we start with what's happening the rest of this week. On Wednesday, February 12th, we are going to have more of the fallout from the cancellation of the Soap Within a Soap, but hey, at least it's dead. Yay. What I thought was funny was on the Tuesday episode, if you haven't seen it, when Leo found out he was fired by the network, instead of being able to write remotely, he was just traumatized. And I wonder if that was actually Ron Carlivati kind of writing an homage to his own exit from Days, because he was fired mid-July 2024, and this would have been filming around the time of his exit. Maybe he saw the writing on the wall, but we still have a couple of more months of his scripts. But at least the soap is dead. Alex and Joy continue chatting. She's considering relocating to LA to stay on the soap. She wants him to go, and maybe this is when he does the awkward breakup, because we know he's not leaving Stephanie. Tate and Holly have dinner at Brady Pub, and her big plan for Valentine's Day is to lose her V card with him. I hope she's on birth control. We don't need Tate having two babies, although I still actually don't think Sophia's baby is his. We'll see. And the new Sophia debuts on Wednesday. Look for new actress Rachel Boyd in the role. She is gorgeous, by the way. So was Madeline Keats that was playing the role. Rachel Boyd is equally as gorgeous, and they have a similar feel. So they did a good job with the recast, I think. So Sophia interrupts Tate and Holly's romantic dinner, and I wonder if that is what pushes Holly to wanting to get intimate with him. After Tate has to bail on Holly, and he takes off with Sophia to deal with a crucial phone call, guess who shows up at the Brady Pub to see Holly? Well, of course, it's Doug 3. Chanel and Johnny talk about plans for the future now that they are back together. They also have a run-in with Tate and Sophia. Doug 3 is going to bring flowers to Julie for Valentine's Day. It may not be Wednesday, it may be Thursday, not sure. And Doug 3 is also down over some bad news from Leo. With his head writer job gone, he's not going to need an assistant, so he can't hire Doug 3. But maybe Leo and Doug 3 can be, unemployed job searchers together. And Kayla and Stephanie are left reeling by something. Thursday, February 13th, Jada finds fake Rafe, and she chews out the man that, of course, she thinks is her now ex-fiance, because Arnold is now the chief of the police commissioner, chief of police, and she accuses who she thinks is Rafe of betraying her and working behind her back to do dirty deeds with EJ. Philip and Xander, speaking of dirty deeds, are doing their Titan business thing, but now Philip has to try and dial back Xander's plans to take over DiMera so Sarah doesn't out him if he's not keeping her husband under control like she thinks he should. EJ is stunned to see Ava held captive by Kristen's mom. Looks like he might get Rachel Blake to babysit Rafe for him, since she's, watching Ava anyway. What's one more? And then EJ is going to go prod at his sister and alarm her. Kristen is fighting with Sarah about something on Thursday, and if Kristen rubs her the wrong way, maybe it'll change Sarah's mind on Xander taking over DiMera Enterprises from her. That'd be kind of funny. Friday, February 14th, Chanel and Johnny are not just ready for the future, but are also ready to expand their family. Of course, they lost their first baby to miscarriage. They had the whole radioactive freezing tractor incident, snowplow, whatever it was. And now it's happy baby time. But let's hope there's no issues, with an unplanned pregnancy among teens and then a couple planning to have a baby and then them interacting. You never know if those plots are going to overlap. And Johnny has a very romantic Valentine's Day planned for his wife, Chanel. Maggie, meanwhile, asks Holly point blank if she is planning to get intimate with Tate on Valentine's Day, and she is warning her granddaughter. I'm guessing if Maggie thinks that Holly is doing this trying to compete with Sophia, that she should not do it. she should be doing it for the right reasons. Steve has a big Valentine's Day surprise for Kayla, and Stephanie helps make it happen. Thankfully, Kayla is back home out of the hospital and ready for some romance with Patch. Sophia and Tate talk about how to convince her mom, Amy, to let them give the baby up for adoption when they chat on Friday. The following week, February 17th through the 21st, EJ and Kristen really need to figure a way out of their mutual predicaments. Rachel put Kristen in a very tough spot by luring Ava to Blake House so her namesake grandma could take her captive. And now Kristen is stuck because she can't let Ava go, and Rachel Sr. is encouraging her to let her kill Ava. And EJ is in a similar tough spot. Idiot Arnold is the new police commissioner, and the real Rafe is now also with Kristen's mom. And like Ava, if Rafe goes free, he will tattle and EJ will go to jail. So will EJ and Kristen plot about whether or not they should let her mom, Rachel, kill their two problematic hostages? It's not like EJ and Kristen haven't, done horrible things like that before. Also, side note, fun week ahead with nobody in soul drama. Yay. I'm never going to mention it again. That's it. Last mention. Sophia has more challenges ahead with Tate, and putting Holly and intimacy in the mix is going to complicate things. Holly wants to move forward. Tate seems to think there's no obstacle, but he and Sophia still might be raising a baby together unless they can convince her mom to go for the adoption option. He was supposed to be talking to Eric Brady about finding a Christian couple to take the baby. And again, we're back to will Johnny and Chanel's storyline coincide? We'll see, because they're already having overlaps. Jada is frustrated, angry, hurt, and suspicious. And I wonder, with all this free time she has on her hands now that she's suspended from her job, will she start tailing EJ or fake Rafe? And how long until Sean or JJ realize that Arnold is not the real deal and knows nothing about being a cop or their shared past histories? Now, I will say what might give Arnold a little bit of a pass is that Sean mentioned to Jada the other day about whether she thinks part of Rafe not seeming like himself is because of the coma that he was in, because he was in a coma for quite a while. And Jada, she's on the fence about it. And so Sean and JJ might cut Arnold a little slack, but it seems like soon it should be obvious, except that why would you think that somebody is not themselves? Except that it's Salem, and that's why you should think that. Rafe and Ava are going to enjoy some quality time as co-captives. Hopefully they're plotting to escape the woman in white. Steve and Brady, meanwhile, intensify their search for Ava now that they know she did not send that text to him and is indeed missing. Belle is hiding her fling with EJ, but with Jada poking around, how long until their affair is outed and Belle has to deal with an angry Jada who considers her shagging EJ a terrible betrayal.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.